Hello, ladies and gentlemen. We are back again to your channel and our channel to bring you the latest updates. It is about tithing, tithes, one of the biggest industries in Nigeria. And it is about the Hebrew people, many of whom address themselves as the Igbo people today. I want to tell the people, they are the people of my birth, a fact that is so self-evident that every one of them ought to know it. Our tithes could help us to rescue the drowning Hebrew nation in Nigeria, and it should. No miracle, no magic can do what we ought to do ourselves. We've already become a disadvantaged people, or rather, I would say, our area, our traditional homelands in Nigeria have already become the most disadvantaged part of Nigeria. While the northwest of Nigeria was allotted 7 states. By the way, this is an area dominated by the Hausa Fulani. They were allotted 7 states. The northeast, dominated by the same Hausa Fulani and the Kanuri, was allotted 6 states. The north central, in which the same Hausa Fulani predominate to some extent, was allotted 6 states. Yoruba land was also allotted 6 states. The south of Nigeria was allotted 6 states. The southeast, which is the core of Igbo land, was allotted 5 states. Automatically, the Igbos get less revenue from the central government. Even if an Igbo leader is development-minded, he will have less funds to work with. But Igbos can make up this shortfall by simply redirecting their tithes and offerings to their families. Identify the poorest member of your family. Direct your tithe to that person. Igbos are among the poorest people in the world today. And this has contributed to generating and producing the high levels of violence and crime in that territory today. Formerly, the former most egalitarian part of the world has become the part of the world with the widest gap between the rich and the poor. And because the people no longer have a menana to stitch them together, those that are left out, that we are not brought up the Igbo way, because a lot of us, we are also left out. But because we drank omenana from our mother's breasts, we cannot do the wrong things. But a lot of Igbos that we are left behind, and majority up to 98% we are left behind, just like up to 99% of Nigerians are desperately poor. Those ones that did not drink omenana from their mother's milk see no stakes in maintaining, doing the correct things on the land so that the land can be handed over to the next generation. That is why the area is very dangerous. But if all these tithes are redirected back home, they will begin to support industries. They will begin to support the farms. They will begin to grow. Maybe in the next 50 years, our position will be better than it is today. And by the way, the tithe is not a new tradition. It is not a Christian tradition to the Igbos. It's a tradition you can find in the Igbos, Israelite, or if you like, Hebrew milieu. In my neck of the woods, it's called Ibuihu. Everybody, towards the time of harvest, proceeds to the Obi with baskets of yams, roosters. 10% of these yams, of this Ihu, 10% of the chicken go to the presiding priests. In the Igbo case, the priests include the oldest member of the family, as you found in ancient Israel. The Aaronites and the Levites, they are among us. They primarily came from the communities of Nri and Oreri. Of course, there were the Yosu who served under these people in the Igbo religion. 10% is allotted to people. Remember, these people are also Igbos. So if dinner, pampi, or whatever the way it's pronounced, the money is still circulating within the Igbo community. That was how we did it. And this contributed to our territory becoming the largest, becoming the fastest growing economy in the world. It wasn't by magic. It wasn't by prayers. It was by us doing the correct things. It can still be done again. The poor souls that were angry that I told Igbo, stop wasting your tithes, they should reconsider. I'm not saying that anybody should pay tithes to me, even though I'm a religious leader. I have my handiwork. This is one of the 21 books I've written. I have a trade. Everybody should get a trade and work. And on this note, I say Shabbat Shalom. Udonke Shabbat. Bye-bye.